My name is Skybenko. I am the Eastern Europe and Central Asia researcher and representative for the Business and Human Rights Resource Center, and I am based in Kiev, Ukraine. I support local NGOs and community groups by drawing attention to their concerns and by seeking company responses to allegations of human rights abuses. I also post on our website examples of good human rights practices by companies. My colleague Mauricio Lazala and I have just completed a mission to Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. During our mission, we met with environmental NGOs, human rights NGOs, children's rights groups, activists working on revenue transparency, a development NGO, independent foundations, journalists, and business associations. Among the most serious concerns of environmental NGOs are widespread pollution, impact on water resources, displacement of local communities resulting from oil and gas companies' operations, mostly around and in the Caspian Sea, but also in other parts. A small NGO we met with is courageously bringing lawsuits against companies regarding environmental harms affecting communities, and is also organizing a citizens' petition against construction of a ski resort near Almaty over fears of impacts on water sources and displacement. We also met with human rights NGOs that are currently monitoring the trials of oil workers who were charged with organizing mass disorders after they had conducted strikes and protests in Zhanaozen over workplace discrimination and poor working conditions. 16 oil workers were killed in clashes with police. One issue that we will be monitoring closely is health and safety at the workplace and other labor rights abuses. This is particularly important given the lack of independent trade unions in Kazakhstan. We heard from many NGOs that workplace discrimination is a serious issue, including discrimination against local Kazakh and Kyrgyz workers, Chinese and other foreign-owned companies. When meeting with children's rights organizations, we learned that child labor is still a serious problem in the region, mainly in tobacco fields, agriculture and construction sector. We also heard that some private companies provide essential funds to support initiatives on behalf of children. Revenue transparency organizations work hard monitoring extractive companies' conduct in the region. In Kyrgyzstan, an NGO we met with helped prepare a report on alleged negative environmental impacts by a Canadian gold mining firm. Following the report, the company's shareholders put pressure on the company to hire a consulting firm to conduct an independent assessment on the company's environmental impact. On the extractive industries transparency initiative, we heard mixed messages on how effective this voluntary initiative has been in the region. But all agree that more needs to be done to reduce corruption linked to the private sector, including the phenomenon of disproportionate influence of corporations on government policy. In all of Central Asia, there is still a huge need to increase the transparency of royalties and taxes paid by extractive firms so that the public could be better informed and these vast resources channeled towards addressing education, health, and other human rights. We also had meetings with business representatives and learned about their initiatives. One good example of a positive initiative that caught our attention is the construction of a water purification facility by an oil company in Tengiz region that provides local communities with clean water, which is particularly important because of the shortage of water in this part of Kazakhstan. We look forward to keeping the communication with NGOs and companies going bringing NGOs' concerns to the global audience and seeking company responses to these concerns. We will also highlight positive initiatives by companies that we have identified during our mission.